Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days. One Liverpool player likely to leave in January, and four that probably won't. Will a lot of players leave Liverpool in the winter transfer window? Prior to the January transfer window, Liverpool has been linked to a number of intriguing new players, but there are also rumors of impending departures. A number of players are nearing the end of their Anfield contracts, some are being touted as top targets by rival teams, while still others are looking for more prominent roles elsewhere. Let's examine the Liverpool players who have been talked about in the run-up to the new year and their chances of leaving for better opportunities. Joel Matip, unlikely. One player who is nearing the end of his contract, Joel Matip, has been talking about leaving Liverpool in January in preparation for a new challenge after he recovers from his latest ACL injury setback. In order to ensure that Matip's time at Anfield doesn't finish this way, Jurgen Klopp has alluded to the possibility of a new short-term contract for the player in January. He might be granted an additional season to retire, just like many who came before him were able to, in recognition of his years of devotion to the team. Thiago, unlikely. Another man entering his last few months as a Red, although there's little chance Liverpool will let him go in the new year. It has been reported that Thiago may be sold once the January transfer market opens, but James Pearce recently said it's unlikely that the Merseyside team will force a trade before Thiago's deal ends. Like Matip, the player and the team want to see him make one more impact before he unavoidably departs in the summer. Fábio Carvalho, likely. Although Fábio Carvalho isn't officially with Liverpool at the moment, he may make a switch when 2024 arrives. The Reds are unhappy with the minimal playing time the midfield player has been getting, therefore they have reportedly initiated talks with RB Leipzig to recall him from his loan stay in Germany, according to a recent report from the Mirror. The intention is to send him out on loan once more for the second half of the season, this time back to his former team Fulham, where he should be able to get more playing time, if Liverpool are successful in getting him back home. Kevin Kelleher, unlikely. It's unlikely that Kevin Kelleher would leave Liverpool in the new year, despite the fact that he has been predicted to go because he wants a more permanent job. The Irishman filled in admirably for Alisson during his absence, and although he should have the opportunity to establish himself as the team's first choice, Klopp has acknowledged that the Reds cannot afford to lose him just yet and are pleased with his performance. Although a summer transfer might be planned, it is unlikely that Liverpool will approve a sell during this crucial Premier League run. Mohamed Salah, unlikely. The illustrious era of Mohamed Salah at Anfield is unfortunately coming to an end for Liverpool supporters. Many came to terms with the fact that the Egyptian will eventually make the transfer after the mouth-watering offers from Saudi Arabia in the summer. The story appears to be that the legendary Salah will leave Liverpool in the summer of 2024. His contract is set to expire in 2025, and a sale would allow Liverpool to make a tidy profit and prepare for life without him. The Saudi Pro League is expected to make another run at titles next month, according to reports, but the Reds will not permit their best player to depart midway through a title-winning campaign. Liverpool make first move to sign bargain Brazilian in January. As the January transfer window approaches, Liverpool has entered the competition to sign Fluminense central defender Nino. On Saturday night, the Reds sustained yet another injury to their defense. After suffering a collarbone injury against Arsenal, Kostas Tsimikas will miss some time due to recovery. Due to Joel Matip and Andrew Robertson's current injuries, Joe Gomez will need to fill in at several places. Liverpool reportedly had their eye on a Brazilian international and will be considering defensive additions for January. Liverpool interested in Fluminense defender Nino. According to Italian reporter Alfredo Padula, Liverpool has reportedly entered the competition for Fluminense defender Nino. The Reds are said to have asked for information regarding a possible January signing of Nino. Nino is reportedly interested in signing with both Roma and Feyenoord, and both teams are thinking about triggering his release clause, according to Padula. Nino's contract with Fluminense expires in December 2024, however he can leave the team for approximately €7 million, £6 million. That release clause has already been triggered by Zenit St. Petersburg, but Nino isn't keen on moving to Russia. It's currently thought that Fulham and Liverpool have made bids for Nino as they consider making a low-cost acquisition in January. Who is Liverpool target Nino? Originating from Recife, Brazil, Nino began his professional career with Sport Recife, a local club, before moving on to Criciúma, where he appeared in 83 games for the main squad. After that, in 2019, the 6'2" centre-back moved to Fluminense, where he has since played approximately 250 games for the Copa Libertadores winners. As a key component of Fernando Diniz's audacious and possession-based strategy, Nino is currently a Brazilian international playing for Diniz. Like many centre-backs from South America, Nino is a strong presence on the field and isn't afraid to engage in combat with a striker. He is an aggressive, front-foot defender. Nino has also made a significant contribution to Diniz's style of ball movement and passing out of the back. Liverpool supporters may be worried after Nino's own goal in Friday's Club World Cup final versus Manchester City. However, Liverpool has a solid track record of success with Brazilian players lately, and the Reds may try to convince Nino to join the ranks of Alisson, Fabinho, and Roberto Firmino. David James outlines two key areas that Alisson needs to work on. Alisson Becker is given two topics to improve on by David James. In a recent interview, David James discussed his thoughts on Liverpool star player Alisson Becker. James highlighted the renowned goalie's admirable qualities and underappreciated weaknesses. Because of his expertise at Anfield, the former goalie could make a wise decision. Having played 213 senior games for the Reds, the Englishman told Football 365 that the 31-year-old had the skills a goalkeeper needs to be considered proficient in his position. He meets all the standards, given the state of goalkeeping these days. Alisson is constantly the greatest at saving shots at crucial times, and regardless of what others say about contemporary football, his distribution is excellent. He went on to claim that the Liverpool star might improve his performance by concentrating on two key areas. Alisson's ball-claiming ability in the air is arguably not the best in the Premier League. You might also argue that Ederson, the goalie for Manchester City, is superior to him in terms of distribution. Former Reds GK believes that Liverpool ace Alisson Becker isn't adept at claiming balls in the air. Even at the height of his career, Alisson's dominance on the field could not be matched by the former Kerala Blasters manager. After being incredibly prone to mistakes in a number of the games he played for the Anfield team, the former player was given the nickname Calamity James. He seemed to develop into his respectable self on the field after schooling himself with sports psychology in deep introspection, although initially attributing his mistakes to a lack of focus. Thus, James surely has a greater understanding of Becker's areas for improvement because of his extended tenure in the Premier League. Right now, Alisson is among Liverpool's best players. For the majority of the season, the Reds have been among the top 5 clubs in the Premier League table thanks in large part to the many saves he has made. If he does have flaws, he occasionally overcomes them with his main skills. His quick reflexes and dexterity on the ground have made him a highly effective shot blocker. Hopefully, it lasts for a very long time. Hello the Cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days.